All right, well, all good things must come to an end. This is going to be a little server tour of the Friendsfield server that I had with my buds. I think at our peak we had about 12 people total. This is just kind of the spawn point of where we came in at. I'm just doing a little overview look. If you need any information on what shaders I'm using for this tour, I'll have it in the description. But this is just, whenever I started up the game, up the server, up there was the spawn point, and I ran down, actually where that kind of community building is that has this map behind it. There's like a lava pool, and that's where we decided to make a little community hut for like the new players starting off. But we're just kind of going down the plaza right now. This is like the little main street. To the right is the community building that has all the storage and everything. To the left is a sort of temple to commemorate our king, and also like where you can have community items. But yeah, the little community building, just kind of like a little standard building. We have like a kitchen upstairs here that has all of our food. You're gonna see a lot of dogs just hanging out. There was 12 different people for the server. There was a lot of dogs just chilling out. I'm actually going to change FOV for this. But yeah, that was the original lava pool that kind of was our Friendsfield starter. So me and Kung Fu Ninja 24 kind of built this, and mainly this storage section was all like Nick, aka Kung Fu Ninja 24. You see a lot of beds on here. I think the last time we were in here, we were actually like setting our spawn for like a big trip. I don't remember exactly what it was, but over here we have a different storage, and we also have our, furnace, our lava making, bucket making kind of section. There's another dog, but yeah, I just really like this little layout that Nick made for the storage. We kind of wanted to have everything laid out so anyone could come in and grab what they needed. Obviously, we had to expand a lot, but it was pretty much like this from day one. We just kind of wanted to make a little storage section in the basement, but for the most part, that was it. Later on, we kind of wanted to make other things, like wanted to have a little netherwort farm down here. So this is my, kind of quote unquote automatic nether farm, just with a little bit of, or netherwort farm with some water. But pretty cute, pretty cute. I like the design. And then to the right, of course, we have our potions, so we wanted to have that right next to each other. Cute little potion room. Nice and fun. But if we actually go up here, this is going to be the top of our quote-unquote wizard's tower. Kind of looks like that because it has a witch hat on top. We'll see that later. This kind of overviews a lot of things, including the dragon egg temple thing that I built. We had a server event, which we had many server events, but that server event was specifically person who gets the kill credit for killing the ender dragon gets to build a little thing for the egg. And so that's what I did. I kind of made these like floating ethereal creature things for it, using a lot of different stuff, but I think it looks pretty nice. But here's again another little overview of our city, the Friendsfield little town city. Very cute. Over here you can obviously see the nether entry, and then this is Abogus Life's house over here in the spruce forest. That's our nether entry, just kind of an interesting tower thing that I built. And then we got Hunter and Shelby's lake house, and then my underwater lake house right there. And yeah, I like this little vantage point. Then we got Rick and Shauna's house as well over here, their little family abode. And then a experimental sugarcane farm that I made from scratch without looking up anything, because I just want to learn how to do that. So we're actually going to come down this water elevator to the other side. This is a little thing that Abogus Life made. I helped decorate a little bit, but they made these little, wanted to try some redstone, but we kind of have like this cute little, I don't know, waiting area kind of thing. It was, I don't know, it was fun, but Faith made some gorgeous doors here. It kind of has like a, I don't know, like a Asian style temple, but that was like the big cute kind of overgrown looking tower that has the wizard house. But yeah, we're gonna go here and look at the beautiful Shauna's little courtyard here. A little cherry courtyard that they made, a little garden. Just looks so nice, so cozy. Great place to hang out whenever you're thinking about what to do next. But super duper cute. We have, some. We got this guy. This is Robert Zombie. We wanted to keep, and he's been there the whole time too. We wanted to keep like, a wandering zombie or whatever. What are they called? A zombie villager. So we put him under there, and we never got around to curing him. And then that golem wandered over from the village section, which we're going to now, the villager town hall. And he's been there literally for about a year and 3 months. I don't remember if I mentioned this, but this was started February 2025, so about a year and 3 months ago. And it was migrated to Modrinth, and then we're just going to be closing it down for a little bit. We might open it up later. Of course, I'll save a little thing, but anyways, right now this is just the villager trading hall. I kind of want to make it at least somewhat cozy. It was a little bit more organized, but then we needed a lot more villagers, so it kind of turned into what it usually turns into, which is just a villager bunk bed special. But it's still kind of cute. I kind of liked it. It was like roughly organized, but again, we just needed so many different guys, so we wound up having to be a little bit like that. But if we come up here, we'll actually see like the spruce forest that leads to Bogus Life's or Faith's house. But up here we have where we had like a lot of our mending villager or whatever clerics. But we're just gonna go over to Faith's little place here. But yeah, this is a cute little section. We have like a little bamboo forest on the way to Faith's house. We didn't do a whole lot of like little interconnecting thing. Like I think Shauna might have made this little like garden lamppost thing. She did that a couple places. But yeah, I think we at least had some sort of like every place had like a little bit of a connecting like path to it, or just something fun. So here's a little underview, and we had like this little like hang out by the river seating area that Faith made. Across that way, we'll see Nick and Mara's little lake house hut thing that we'll go look at later. But yeah, this is Faith's chateau abode. A very cute little spruce house. Really good location, right across the lake from like the main downtown of Friendsfield. And just a unique design. We're gonna come in here. We're gonna see their little interior. I love the little interior. It feels very like, early Minecraft build kind of vibe, but also like has a lot of new elements with all the new stuff. And I don't know. It's very fun. It feels very unique and cutesy and cool. A little extra bed for me, of course. You can see way off in the distance the creeper farm. I'm also using Foxy, but the main shader pack that I'm using for this is Photon with some tilt shift. So we're just gonna fly across here, and we're gonna look at Nikamara's little log cabin abode here. Looking really nice. I like the style, very A-framey kind of vibe. Nice floor pattern, of course. This was like, I think Mara's first time playing Minecraft, and Nick's like, like he played a little bit, but this is one of the first, I feel like one of the first builds they made. It's honestly pretty nice. I see a lot of kitties scattered around here, but we're just going to take another look through this little like town square. I just love how this came about. It just looks nice. Has a lot of character to it. Has like some old ancient stuff, like almost like ancient lore with like the golem looking at Robert the Zombie, but also like, just nice environmental thing. Up here we have our main enchantment area. We kind of have a lot of books organized by enchantment, but yeah, this was a thing that Nick made, or Kung Fu Ninja 24, and this is kind of like I said, like the kind of Pantheon throne, but also like where we housed our beacon. But this is the throne room and community drop off. So every person on the server had their own chest that's labeled with their name. So if you wanted to like give them a little gift or something, or and whenever we all got our elytras and we were distributing that, we kind of put them up there. But there was King Rick's throne. He got that from winning the Hunger Games server event that we had a while ago that Nick ran. We're just gonna go through our farm here. We obviously have the classic cows, chickens, sheep, horses, pigs, all that good stuff. I made like a little automated clipper thing from scratch for the sheep. It was very funny. But up here we have Tyler, or Grumpy's Cubs uh, house for Friendsfield. Very nice, cute house. Has like a fun little moat thing, like a little pond with a bunch of cute fish out here. Very open, glassy. Again, kind of reminds me of like a lot of like the earlier Minecraft kind of builds, but at the same time, it has a little bit of like modernism to it. Has like a lot of glass, has like a nice little open floor plan. I think he was wanting to build a little bit more, but yeah, that was here on the, I don't know, like the east side, I guess, if you're looking north past the Wizard's Tower. That's kind of the north area, I'd say. Yeah, super cute. Over there is the creeper farm, and also we have we've got a beautiful home here. We have Luna's hut, Luna June's shack. Please don't steal, I'm poor. Yeah. Yeah, this is a classic build. I think it's really nice looking. I don't know what's down there. Anyways, we're coming back here. We're gonna be flying kind of past. We'll go ahead and give a little second look at the dragon egg temple kind of thing. I just kind of like freeballed this one. I just wanted to do something that felt mystical, but also kind of ancient, with like this like kind of rough, rigged staircase and those ancient beings hanging out. And I want to utilize the creaking heart as like a kind of like protectors or whatever. But again, we're coming up to Rick and Shauna's kind of cute woodland cottage thing. The Brigand Smiths. Super cute build. Sits really nicely on like the right side, or the, I guess, west side of the Friendsfield Outer Banks. I love their little fireplace thing. Obviously got a cozy bed and a cute kitty looking out the window. What's up, kitty? But yeah, lots of glass houses here in the Friendsfield city. But yeah, they kind of have like a 2-floor plan. They kind of got their little living arrangement down there, and then more of their storage area up here. But super cute storage area. I love the birch wood. Lovely glass. And of course, we got a little cute fox over here. Super fun. He's got some flower petals in his mouth. Gorgeous. And we're gonna go here now to the skeleton farm. Kind of like some of my favorite parts, at least like personally for this server, was all the like little things, all the like kind of quirks about it that you would find, like if you were doing like you downloaded a random server seed or something from a community board and you were just kind of exploring it. So we got this long ass rail system down to the catacombs, where you would find the skeleton spawner, which is where we would spend a lot of times before we eventually made the Enderman farm much later. But we kind of made this, we spent a lot of times down here, so if we had like anything in our inventory that we can add to the build, we would kind of add to it in a goofy way. So it was a fun little area. We're gonna be moving now west here to the sugarcane farm that I kind of just built just because I wanted to like test out my, I don't know, I wanted to build like my own like personalized like, I don't know, farm. But we're gonna move past that. This is just a little aerial view. We're gonna be going much farther west here to a build that Faith made, or Bogus Life. This is going to be the Zen Garden. They got a little Yukini-Doru, or I should say a big Yukini-Doru, up in the front. But yeah, they kind of made this little like scrape pattern with a giant rake, with all this sand down here. Just super interesting, unique build. I think it's so fun. Took them so long, so we gotta appreciate it in all its glory. Super lovely. And we're back to Friendsfield. We're going to be going a little bit south east here now. I think the first one we're going to look at here is actually my house that I built here. But of course, we got to show off the kitties that I got and my little like fire area. I like these little like communal living areas, and that's also the tree that Nick built for the beacon. But if we come down here, we have a little spooky staircase down to this like bluish green underwater house. I've always wanted to make a little underwater house, especially after the conduit was made, obviously, and we had so many fun decorations. This is kind of my garden area for this. Really fun, and it's also where you can access underneath for the redstone stuff, but kind of like my wart garden or whatever, just my blue-green garden. We're gonna go on through here, and then here's my storage area with like some little like living room area, and then this is my bedroom. Super cozy bedroom. I love how the bed is like sunken on all that, and the decoration's really fun. I don't know, just really like living underwater and then having like a air pocket bedroom. Now we're gonna be going down this hallway with like the blue stained glass tile top, but we're gonna be going down these stairs. This is the main conduit area, so the lifeblood of the place. You know, obviously building it underwater was really challenging in terms of like how to decorate, because you can't like have like a whole lot of things. Like you can place solid blocks, but you can't have like, I think like maybe paintings or something. Like you can't do certain things, so a lot of the decor had to come from just like design. This is kind of like the main living area. I was gonna kind of add more to it, but I kind of wanted to make it like a tropical fish area, but the tropical fish kind of are weird. They like to like swim up in one corner. They don't really spread out, so yeah, but super fun. One of my favorite builds. It took forever. I have like a little water sculpture, and then there was like a little water bridge that you can drive over with your boat. This is the lake house that Hunter and Shelby made. Super gorgeous. I just love how it has like such a large like patio, like wooded area. Um, yeah, I don't know. Just super cute and cozy. Fun spot to like go walk over and hang out with. They got like two different platform like little hangout areas. Um, they have this like big game table up here. I don't know, just super cute and fun. Great view of Friendsfield and Tyler's house across the way. Gorgeous. So this is split up between Hunter and Shelby. After we come down here a little bit, past their garden, we're gonna see kind of their little downstairs area access. We'll go ahead and go inside here in a second. Kind of like trying to figure out where to get in here. We got a little side section. Cinematic mode's hard to control, I promise. Cute little pink. Got some pink over there. Down this way we have the storage, and then down here they have their little their underground witch cavern. I don't know, it kind of looks like a table for a game room. It's a little bit harder to like talk about other people's builds because I don't know every time what they want to do with it, but this is actually Shelby's little entrance. She had like a kind of like a petting zoo farm kind of deal, but this was on the other side of that pink petal hallway, which I thought looked really fun with like all the wood. And then their bedroom is going to be right here. I love the sunken floor plan bedroom. Very nice. We're going to actually come back here and we're going to go to Ethan or Lyros. He had, he played on the server a couple times. He's got a nice little bedroom down here. And we're moving right along to the nether kind of temple entrance thing. I didn't really have a good idea when I built this. I just wanted to make it weird and nethery. So let's go ahead and go through here. We actually didn't really spend too much time working on this nether, on this section, but primarily just because we had another thing to do with it. So for one of our mini server events, we had Nick host a Hunger Games thing. So you'll see a bunch of chests that are hidden around. This is kind of the main hub that we kind of prepped for. But it was Hunger Games style, where we all started them in the middle, and we can like find tools and swords and stuff and gems. And whoever had the most emeralds by the end of it was the winner. And so Rick was the winner that day. So he became the Lord of Friendsfield. But soon after, Shauna made this beautiful cake for Rick's birthday. We had a little IRL birthday party in-game. And this was the little surprise for Flower Dog. Okay, Rick. Shauna spent a lot of time making this gorgeous little cake house room thing. So we all brought presents for Flower Dog, and we gave him some good, cute stuff. It was a classic server event. So that's where that cake was. And then over here, we have the fishing platform. This fishing platform was built by Faith for another server event. This was the fishing contest. So everyone got max fishing rods, and we fished off the sides here for, roughly like 45 minutes or something. And then it was kind of Mario Party style, where each, if you got like a special treasure, junk, or something, it's for a different kind of thing. But it was super fun. The winner got to name the river, which was the River Ricks, after Rick. Up here, this is Nick's little, he had like this cool like ruin house like up here. He started to tear it down a little bit because he was going to build on it, but he didn't get around to it. But yeah, here's some lovely little rain shots as we're looking through here. And we're going to look on this side of Rick and Shauna's house, because they built a really nice little like path, like garden path here, with some gorgeous hanging lanterns with these trees, a little artificially made creek, and then they had this little like beach dock area right outside their house that was very cute and cozy. It was kind of opposite side of the river from our tree farm, which we'll go ahead and look at here. I like tree farms. Like, I'm sure there's a much easier and more efficient way of doing it, but I kind of like having it be like its own little fun build out here. So kind of had each wood type, including not including the other wood type that we'll be getting. I'll talk about that later, but yeah, gorgeous. Here's a little lovely night shot with the moon reflection for the Faith build. And then here's another shot of the sculpture, but super, super cute. Gorgeous, gorgeous. If you see way over there, that's actually where our next city is. So Friendsfield is the name of this, but Pirates Cove is our second one. So what we did was, when we migrated this to Modrinth server, we actually added the Biomes of Plenty mod and a couple other little tiny mods. Just because we wanted a little change of scenery, This was kind of like 7 months after we built it, but yeah, we wanted to pick a new thing, so we flew over and we found this new Pirate Cove. We call it Pirate Cove because we kind of have like a built-in lore here. We got like a old sunken pirate ship out here in the cove that I built. Super duper fun. Probably one of my favorite builds that I've done like ever in Minecraft. But up here we have the beautiful Pirates Cove. This is like the coolest build I've ever seen. This was like very much of a group effort, but Hunter did a huge amount of it, especially the kind of general layout of like the columns and arches. But this is kind of the main covey area. We wanted to make it look nice and cute and covey. So yeah, this is like season 2 of the Friendsfield server. We kind of like made this our new base, just because, you know, we were kind of wanting a change of scenery, and we kind of wanted to have the Biomes of Plenty mod, so this is pretty much just it. But everything else before was basically vanilla, but we had the little cooking mod. But this is the Fireflight Cafe. This is like the pirate bar, serving various poisonous potatoes, drinks, bread. Very cute, very much like it's Firefly Cafe because it has the little firefly bushes, making it look nice and cute. There's a little common area, but yeah, I love this little cafe area. I think it just looks so nice. But moving along, we of course had to have a new storage space, especially since there was 1 billion blocks added from the Biomes of Plenty. So we have this kind of like, you know, the brig, like, is what I kind of called it, storage area with like a lot of different rope and stuff kind of connecting it all together. It's like 2-level. We got tools and equipment all the way over there. But yeah, multi-story kind of deal. Super duper cool. Here's another lovely shot. Gorgeous. Here's our little Duchess Jail hostel. So, you know, if you're ever like up late and everyone needs to sleep, you can go in here into this jail hostel. I'm not sure why we made it a jail, but it's kind of a cute little design, so it was a fun little thing. But yeah, I don't know, this was such a like cozy feeling home base, very open feeling, but I don't know, just felt like a huge change of pace. But yeah, we're gonna be heading up the stairs here. This is actually something that I built that was just like, I wanted to kind of have it feel like the Pirate Cove was lived in, so I wanted to make a few more houses. We got a little Enderman carrying a little mushroom. What's up? But this was kind of like the pirate like cove like architect house or something, or like even like a Pirate Cove leader. He's just kind of like permanently living here, and he's got his little quarters up here. If you'll see here, you'll see a lot of like dirt blocks and stuff because this server has been, you know, like just live on Modernth for so long without people using it. And so a lot of Endermen have been placing a lot of different blocks in various ways, like on top of the archway, which is really funny to see coming back after a while. But we're coming up here. We're going to be looking at, you know, the second floor of the storage of the outside. Pretty nice. But we're also going to be looking at our furnace area. So, you know, we obviously had to like build little service areas so we didn't have to go all the way back to the other place. But one of that being our furnace area, which I think looks super nice. I think Hunter and Faith both worked on that. Not sure what this was. There was like a little weird tunnel thing that an Enderman might have. I don't know. That was weird. But here's where we had our halls or meetings, you know, if we want to talk about what server events we want to do and everything. Don't know if we actually used it like that, but it looks great. Out the back here, this was a super cute kind of back entrance, beautiful swamp kind of thing that Nick made, just to kind of add to the ambiance back here. So that was super fun. And then apparently, you know, both Rick and Shauna made a giant railcard system that I didn't even know about until I got on, and it works really well if you do it right. We're just gonna be doing it the old-fashioned way. But yeah, I was like, what the heck? I didn't even know this was here. But we're going to be hopping on. But I was just, this was all new to me, so I was just living this for the first time ever. But this is going to connect to both of their houses in the back of the Pirate Cove. I thought this was fun. Obviously, you know, with elytras and everything, it's hard to really appreciate using minecarts, but as you can see here with this beautiful decoration, it's a lost art. Having a little minecart roller coaster for you know, getting from one place to the other. And this server even has waystones, just because I wanted it to be easy for people to get back to the old Friendsfield. But you know, it's still fun to do a little roller coaster. And look at this gorgeous little pond and everything. It's a gorgeous little trail. It's a great thing to take at night. And then we have a little stopping station. Oh, let me switch to my sword. Just in case you need to do a little stop here. And we're back. But if you can see over there, we see Shauna's little tower home. Little sneak peek of it. But we're still going through this enchanted forest. And here's going to be our stop for Shauna's house. This is... Welcome. So this is the path that leads to Shauna's big-ass tower home. That is super fun. Very, you know, like kind of like a modern Minecraft build feeling, with all the different textures and colors kind of being used. And a gorgeous interior. We got a little fireplace and this very vertical feeling home. But let's go ahead and take a look from the outside section of this. Also a very cute little pathway, but just look at that. Nice and cottagey, like just ginormous tower, lived in and grown in a feeling thing. Lovely. Go up the ladder. This first floor is going to be the bedroom, which is probably my favorite bedroom in the server. Looks the most freaking cozy. I'll be taking the fattest naps here. I mean, look at this. It's gorgeous. Let me just go up one more. This is kind of their creative studio space feeling. Storage. Just the tip top of that tower. I'd be flying out that top. What up, guy? A lot of happy gas in this second town for sure. But we're gonna follow the minecart trail back to Rick's house now. I think yeah, this is good. I think Rick's house in the Pirates Cove area was the farthest ever house away from like the main section of like a home base, because it's way out here in the sticks. Probably partially why they wanted to make a little minecart system, but super fun here. We're gonna be going down and up. I know he said he wanted to make some cool ass trees and go through them, so that's what we're doing. And of course, it wouldn't be a Minecraft like trail without going underwater. But we're coming up here to the old Rick's Industrial Complex. I don't really know exactly what he called it, if he even called it anything, but yeah, he was experimenting with some brutalist architecture. This Rick place. Yeah, super freaking cute and cool. I just love the like look of the floor, the floating rods and everything. I don't know, it just had like its own unique feel to it, especially with all the copper golems added. It just has like its own little thing. What the hell is he doing? But yeah, Rick being more of a adventurer than builder, but at the same time, he was experimenting with some brutalist kind of city architecture feeling. So I don't know. I'm a big fan of like the kind of like story aspect of like what his build could look like. But get the frick out of here, bruh. Here's a little flyby through the kind of like the river side, like the more like suburban household side, outside of the main entrance to the cove. But we're actually going to be going back into the cove because there's a whole other little section here. Should we take a little look? If you look to the left here, we got a little nether portal. Or should I say ginormous nether portal. I'm sure y'all have seen this kind of build before, but we got the infinity room or whatever, where you kind of like have the glass with the candles underneath it. And yeah, we just have some unique architecture for the portal room. This is kind of like a brainchild of Hunter, but pretty much everyone helped on it. And then this is our nether section here. The only time we really made a big build in the nether, but this is like the... this was another server event where we kind of all pitched in to clear out this little area and make a little fun thing. I did like half of the stained glass here, and then I think Hunter did the other half. It kind of did a little story if you saw there. It was kind of like collecting gold and making a beacon out of it. Little fun story. But I think Hunter built that big piglin statue. But I don't know, I just like this build a lot. Like it, even though it feels kind of unfinished just because this is around when we stopped playing. It has this kind of like ancient civilization that kind of went unfinished, or at least like fell to ruin or something. But I don't know. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of it. Look at that. It's just weird. It's fun. It's kind of, and it kind of has like a Bastion vibe to it too. It kind of feels like it would be like a little expansion. But I'm a big fan of this little like courtyard look. We're just kind of winging it. We got some storage in here, of course, while we were working on it. But yeah, that was the nether side. So if we're gonna be leaving out here, got a fun little hallway. And we're going to be going down into a really fun build that Faith and I did. I don't remember if we actually gave it a name, but this is just a little seafood restaurant that we built down here. We wanted to have like a storage section for just the food. And so that's what that is back there. But we kind of wanted to like have like be a front of like a really cute and fun seafood restaurant that kind of looked over at the conduit. And I don't know, I'm really excited about how this turned out. It has that blue light kind of vibe with the fish lanterns or sea lanterns, and kind of utilizing a lot of the mod. I'm trying to remember what mod it is. That like delights or whatever, farming delight, that has a lot of different kinds of foods and stuff that we added for this kind of season 2 of the server. So it was fun. We get to have a lot of like food like out on tables and stuff, and yeah, I just like this vibe. Up here we have Nick's house for the second season. He's got this really fun prickly garden up here. Kind of utilizing this like very saturated color palette that a lot of the new plants had from the Biomes of Plenty. But I love this little like home kitchen lattice kind of open floor plan thing. I know he wanted to do a little bit more with it, but this is what he got done before the server kind of fell. But we are looking here at Mara's little summer house. So this is Mara's second house, Rutabaga's vacation home, as you would call it. Very tall, cute vacation home. I love this little bedroom. Very much like an Airbnb you would rent for a bachelorette party. She of course had the house with Nick from the with Nick, who had made this little hobbit hole kind of area here that's right across the way. He had his own little house this time. He's got this cute little fireplace. Super fun. I love all the additions that he made to make this house a little bit more cozy. I may taken a bite out of his chicken, no big deal. He's got some nice storage back here. But yeah, I don't know. I like he I think he like really learned how to like make a build look nice, which is nice. He's got a little stable back here for his horse, and we got this cute little path. There's the Nick's home sign. Yeah, I worked on this cute little path to kind of connect. There's our sniffer that kind of got out of his cage. We'll see his cage later. Uh, but yeah, and you can see over there, I started making this little like water tower thing. I was gonna have it be a Nautilus like water tower course, but didn't get it done in time. But this is a really fun path. This is like one of my favorite parts of the new server section. Just kind of the path that leads to Faith and I's house. But across the way, we obviously see Hunter and Shelby's giant ass mansion wall like thing. It's so sick. But I love these little like very gothic looking lanterns. And there's Faith's camel. There's another look at Shauna's house up there. But we're gonna be looking here at Faith and I's fisherman's cottage and witch's house. So kind of we wanted to have like a little like idea or like a story behind it. So we have the witch's like house up to the right, and then the fisherman thing, and then over here I think we're actually gonna look at that first. This is the sniffer pit that Faith made. I helped a little bit, but Faith made most of it. But very cute, lived in kind of area. But apparently the sniffer got out, which is interesting. But yeah, so the story was a fisherman and a witch got married, and they made a little house together. So this is kind of what their house might look like if it was combined. Very much cottagey, corey, little table over there. Just a mixture, a lot of earthy kind of thing, because you know, like an earthy witch, but also like a fisherman might have this kind of like house. We got a lot of roots growing from the ceiling. We got our fisherman and witch bed over here. But yeah, this is one of my favorite interiors I've ever made. And a lot of the biomes, so plenty of stuff helped. But we also had the little sticks on the ground from one of my favorite like decor like mods, which is the this rocks, which you can have a lot of like little pebbles and stuff on the floor. Super fun. But yeah, this is the little fisherman's cottage, like this little work area. He's got a little fish on the wall. He's got a little chicken building. He's got a cute view of the rest of the city. Yeah, I just love this little open floor plan like fisher kind of platform. There's a little artificial creek down there that we'll look at. And then this is, of course, the witch tower that Faith made for the witch side of this section. This is where the witch gets to work. Super cute, super fun, lots of creepy stuff. There's a little artificial river I made outside the back of the fisher village with a little bridge. Another look at the rest of the suburban area. I guess it's suburban area, just like the neighborhood of the Pirates Cove. There's a little dock. And now we're going to be looking at Hunter and Shelby. So we're across the lake now. This is their little landing area, their little dock area for the Hunter and Shelby's humble abode. But I mean, this thing is massive. There's a lot to look at up here. We're just going to go up this right side here. We got a little Enderman blocking the entrance. But this is going to be the kitchen area for Hunter and Shelby's little giant mansion. This is kind of like a a ski lodge kind of vibe is I think one thing that they said. There's like this big, huge, cool entrance that I hadn't seen before. They must have made that pretty recently. And the little like backyard into the lush cave section. So this is kind of like a ski resort kind of vibe, where it has this like sauna and a swimming or a hot tub over here. Love the way that this looks. This like kind of pool sauna area. The sauna is nice and cozy. Got the little seats in it. Just chilling in here. Come out those glass windows. right into the hot tub. Super fun. Nice and cozy. Oh yeah. I have a feeling if the server ever comes back, we'll be doing some server events in there about telling some stories or doing some show and tell or something. But yeah, super fun. There's a lot of different entryways and stuff. This is the outside pool, like kind of jacuzzi area. Super freaking cozy with the little bar area over there. Nice view of the rest of the Pirates Cove area. And then here's another living room. Just every little nook and cranny is decorated in this area. Super cute. We're going to be circling around the staircase going up. This is going to be the bedroom of the Hunter and Shelby's ski lodge is what I'll just call it. A little storage area back here. Super freaking cozy. A little water elevator up to the top here, just to kind of show around the top of their build. Another look at the Pirate Cove area. We're gonna go down here eventually, nice and slowly. And I think we're gonna go take a look at the kitchen area. In my kitchen area, I mean outside again, before we take a look at their farm area. But yeah, super cozy. You know, the server was up for like a year and 3 months or something, and probably spent like half and half in each section, each season or whatever. In terms of like what I feel most nostalgia for, I don't know. It really evened itself out by the end of it. By the end of it, I was like very much at home in the Pirates Cove kind of deal. Here's another little outside look of their freaking mansion. It's crazy. But yeah, I think it was very much, you know, we did a lot on this section too. I'm getting shot by some arrows while I'm looking at Luna's house. I remember the shack from that first season. Well, look at her now. She's got this giant ass pink cozy area. She was spending a lot of time over here wrangling some critters, doing some fun stuff. Very much on top of it was already like a cherry blossom kind of area. So we're gonna be going around the back here to our sunlit farm. This kind of was like most of our wheat farm, but also turned into a bee farm because we need to have a lot of bees to make some candles for that infinity room. But I just like looking and walking through the little bee field, going through the little beekeeper tavern, running through these plants. It's cute. And then here's a little random bases like spread out that have a little waystone attached. This was like a weird experiment thing that Rick and I were doing. And I was just kind of like looking through, and then oh, who the hell is that? Let's get out of here. Let's go. But that's pretty much it. That was the whole tour. I kind of wanted to end where my first house was, but this was the Friendsfield. It was so much fun. I'm excited to do another one eventually, but we'll see.
Making those eggs and spawning chickens.
I know. Named after our king and the underworld.
Oh. The River Ricks.
All right, Nick, what do you got?
Let there be light.
Throw
it away.
Who's it gonna be?
Oh my! Chicken fried.
Over here on Friday night.
That's exactly
And the radio turned on.
Turner, just leave it on.
Not quite.
Potentially.
Yeah.
He's
It
eating so much.
could be wrong.
I think that might have been Rick.
Aww.
Friendsfield.
Friendsfield!